Okay, good morning. I believe we're live. First thing that we want to do is, well, yeah, let's talk through what we're doing today. So we've got a bunch of things on the list that are to do with just things I wrote down for some of the abilities, some of the weapons that aren't actually in the game yet. So that's fun. We've got a couple things that might apply. But basically, it's time to move on and make more content. That's a really fun part of the game. Obviously, going in and saying, okay, let's make more stuff, because I mean, in theory, it doesn't take very long. I've made everything run smoothly. It's made it easy to scale. So the next thing I want to do is it's let's plow ahead. I think I'm going to kind of leave that for next week, so it's going to be a lot of drawing and stuff. The first thing is to make the orcs playable, but I also, like I said, I want to do stuff that does apply to the demo as well. So there's two things here. One is the chicken boss and one is the bridge level. The bridge level is something I may... the thing about the bridge level and levels in general is I'm still figuring out what is the best level for this game. Because already I prefer the ramparts to the plains. It just makes you play the way I want you to play. So if I created something like the bridge level, that would be better. If it's more fun, if we can have this kind of Dota-like thing, I think it makes sense for the type of game that we're making. It's not like Vampire Survivors. You're not just trying to survive, you're trying to dominate. So that should be interesting. Let me just check everything's going smoothly with the stream. I think we're doing fine. We are good to go, I think. So the first thing I want to do is, this chicken boss thing, which is a bit silly, a bit of fun, but I think that should be fun for today. And it's something I definitely want in the game, so it's not a waste of time. It's just how exactly this is implemented will probably change over time. But the simplest form is, when we want to, first of all, we need to make a counter that when you eat a chicken. If you watched the stream yesterday, what I want to do here is the chicken buff. If you eat enough chickens in the game, this is a spoiler, if you eat enough chickens in the game, you will summon a big evil chicken that will try and punish you. And if you defeat that chicken, then you will get a reward, probably a new character or something. We don't need to worry about the reward just yet. That's easy. That's the easy part. The hard part is the chicken. So let's begin with, so what happens when we collect an item? So chicken, so this is all stuff that happens when we eat a chicken. Oh, I think that might be my wife at the door. I think she's forgotten her keys. I'm going to go open it. Hold on. So simple enough. The first thing we want to do is create a static int, which is chicken counter. And when we start a game, not necessarily the best place for it, a bit messy, but I prefer done to tidy. Okay, so now when we eat a chicken, gm.chicken count plus goes up by 1. Okay, let's try and find that then. So yeah, when we eat a chicken counter goes up by 1. And how many chickens should we have to eat before this happens? It should be a large amount of chicken. So I think the thing to do, and I don't know how many is a large amount. So I think the thing to do is, so the way to engineer this happening would be to make sure that you get chicken rain, which is a upgraded ability, and make sure that you get all the luck stats as well. So you're just trying to get as much chicken as possible. So I'm going to do a run now where I'm going to try and get as much chicken as possible. And I'm going to set up a debug telling me how much chicken I've eaten. It's very silly stuff today. Next week we are really getting in. So I've already made the orcs. I've already drawn them all. You see them there, the enemies. I've actually also created all their abilities and weapons, even if you don't see them in game. I need to tidy that up a bit, but basically the next thing is to make the orcs playable. So I would make an orc hero character and then let you play as that character. The other hard part is making the enemy spawner spawn humans instead of orcs, or to be able to spawn any faction that you would want it to spawn. And there's all sorts of problems that could occur there, but in theory we could have a new playable faction, a new enemy faction in as soon as like a few days. So next week should be exciting. And then if that works, we add more factions, more characters, more heroes, and we start to really populate this game with heroes. So yeah, if you're watching now, you're watching at a good time, because you're going to see this game balloon up and suddenly have lots of content. It's just good to get your engine as tight as possible, get your core gameplay as tight as possible before you start adding tons of content. Okay, debug.log gm.chicken counter. Okay, simple. And we're just going to get a rough idea of how many chickens we think we'll need. I think in a normal game, you probably eat about 5 chickens. So we'll just do a simple like Sean run with... So there's also artifacts, like chicken is a build in this game, because you can get artifacts which improve, that trigger when you eat a chicken. So for example, whenever you eat a chicken, you summon a few units, or whenever you eat a chicken... Oh no, the foot. Okay, never mind. Forgot to switch that off. Right, foot, giant stomp, and this starts way up here at the beginning so that I could test it. Yeah, we don't want the giant foot just yet. That was kind of funny. Little surprise giant foot. Okay, so yeah, just trying to see how many chickens one eats on a run when one is trying to eat as many chickens as possible. Yeah, let's try and enjoy ourselves. Do leave a comment, tell me what sucks about the game, what doesn't suck about the game. Tell me if the audio is too loud. So I think I turned it too low last time. See it, but it's better too low than too high, so I'm going to put it around there. Tell me if you want more sound from the game. And yeah, please do just... I want to get as much collaboration as possible. If you're new here, you can see what's happening is this is a Survivor-like game. Except the twist is that you can summon units. So it's not just the enemy that summons units, you can summon units as well. And you sort of choose and upgrade these in tandem with your weapons and talents. And I haven't seen a game like this. I've seen games where you can summon other units, but they tend to follow different rules as the player. But this is the first game I've seen where the allies that you summon follow the same rules as the player and the enemies. They are characters that will hunt the nearest target. One of the main reasons that you haven't seen the game like this before is because it's one of the reasons you haven't seen a game like this before is because it's quite difficult to get all of these guys targeting each other. It's very easy to just have them spawn and then walk to the player, but to have them spawn and then decide who is the most appropriate target is more difficult. Okay, we should get the witch. So we just need rations and the crossbow. That's how you get... Let me double check that. In fact, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to have confidence that's how it is. Yeah, so if you combine crossbow and rations, you get Rain of Chicken, which periodically spawns chickens around you. The other thing we're going to want is luck. Let's get this, because there's a combo there. And I suppose if we're doing a chicken build, it makes sense to be a sort of tanky melee character, because we're going to get lots of healing. Here we go, luck. So that increases the chance of items dropping. Which includes chicken, obviously. And if we have that in combination with crossbow, with chicken rain. The idea is with a crossbow and rations, you're like shooting chickens into the field. Which I quite enjoy. Okay, let's go offensive. If we're healing with the chickens, we'd probably, in theory, we don't need a priest to heal us. So yeah, let's have this. Bit of ranged, bit of melee. No utility. Might have been good to get someone with a shield. Finish up our weapon spread just so to make sure that we start getting... Is there a reason we would want to use something else? I guess we can hold out for a melee weapon. Just upgrade what we have. Crossbow's fun. It doesn't do the same damage as a bow and arrow. It's a bit slower, but it has chain and a sort of shrapnel effect, a split effect. So it ends up hitting quite a few units. There's always the chance that actually... Oh, here we go. Rations. Okay. Rations. Can anyone guess where I got the inspiration for the look of the rations? Where have you seen rations that look like that? Should be an easy one. And yeah, we're sort of missing out on a fair bit of healing, but that's okay. What should I get in my fourth slot? I guess something that combines. Yeah. Crit rate is just generally a very good pick, especially for Sean, because it just combines with what he has. Nice. The performance is so much worse when I play it in Unity. It just feels like not nearly as fast as it should be. Probably because I'm streaming as well. That probably doesn't help my graphics card. Okay, let's lean hard into this. We haven't eaten a single chicken yet, but that will change. I recently put a modifier which increases your chance of a special item if you're low on health. This is not something I've told the player about. And it's open to debate. I mean, what do we think of scaling difficulty so that basically when you're losing, when you're losing, should you get some should the game go easier on you? Okay, this is good. So when I heal, I can gain some mana, and of course if I'm eating chickens I'm going to be healing all my units, so artifacts which proc on heal are good. It's a balancing question there, is because they have artifacts which proc on eating a chicken. You're kind of almost better off with the one that procs on heal, because it's going to do the same thing but not necessarily. Oh no, come on. Oh, I know what happened. Well, it's a good thing I'm in here, because this won't break us. Just switch this off by accident, and we're gonna miss out on a chest pick, unfortunately. Or we might just get it like next time we get a chest. Let's see. Chicken. So we've got a whole bunch of mana for that as well. All right. Yeah, more rations. Just lean into anything that gives me chicken. So I'm a player trying to get this achievement, trying to chase up this rumor that I've heard that a giant chicken will appear if you eat too many chicken. I think this kind of thing is really fun kind of Easter egg that people will enjoy and talk about. So yeah, it should be fun. Here we go. Rain of chicken. Chicken rains down from the sky. Let's right click it. Chicken rains down from the sky. Lovely. Okay, so we should see, like, I think it's every 10 seconds or so, some chicken just appearing. There's one. It's not that often, but it's like guaranteed chicken, and obviously once we upgrade it, it gets quite rapid. And we have given up rations and crossbow for it. Okay, luck is also going to mean more chicken. There's another chicken. Oh, this is one. Okay, so I need to put in. I'm surprised I didn't do this before. Well, it's because usually items haven't dropped, but yeah, I should have considered this. So. Stop chickens spawning off map. More chicken. And so far we've just eaten 2 chickens apparently. Oh, get that bloody totem. More chicken. More chicken. I think by the time this is over, we're going to have a lot of chickens just populating the map. Populating off the map. Oh god, we're losing. Oh no, I'm going to lose before I get my thingy. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. Let's get serious then. Oh, well, this isn't good. I don't actually like my chances. I think I'm going to lose. Yep. Oh, well. Well, I am playing on the harder difficulty. This shouldn't be an easy thing to pull off. So let's try again. We've got a bit more stuff. Okay, so first thing would be... Well, let's do that later. So when the chicken spawns off the map, I should just make it that it spawns, like, say, similar with everything else. If something spawns off the map, it just immediately spawns within the map. So for example, stop spawning off stage. Well, in this case, the allies always spawn there, but the enemies... How did we make sure that they spawned within the map? The packs always spawn in the same spot, so it would be spawn enemy. But I'm sure this is different for... for the ramparts. I guess it's not. But I still had it that even when we're spawning a pack, because they could spawn. So yeah, they could spawn. Something if they spawn like off the screen, yeah. Should be easier for me to find. Stop spawning off the stage. Okay, I'll have to look into this later. No, actually, I should look into it now because it affects what I'm doing now. And it's not drop item. So it's specifically for the chicken rain. Where do we have our chicken rain? Okay, so we have our Rainmaker. And it's a Rainmaker that does chicken. And it's an itemist, yeah, make item. And we want to say basically if we're dropping an item, and actually for the rain effects as well, like they should looking at random position.y, shouldn't it be z? So this is useful for all the rain effects. We want to make so restrict, keep it in the level. Okay, so the y is. I mean, is that always 0? I think it's always 0. Well, let's not question that. So we should, the way one ought to do this is if there's like each stage should have its parameters preset of like what are the limits of the map. But we don't want that. So we're just going to like that like we can just sort of hack it for now. So if, and how do we check it in here? Select the stage. Yeah, character selector. Select the stage as ramparts. Then if random is greater than this would be the limits of the rampart stage. Let's turn this on so we don't get that bug again. So it's like 10 and minus 10. It's greater than 10. Random. That should do it. And then we would have more like this later on. And then that would actually make any rain effects that we use more powerful, but we've kind of got rid of most of the rain effects because they just didn't seem that good. But that should be interesting with Beanie, with her special. There's so many little random things that occur that are so difficult to predict when it comes to making games. I mean, they're not difficult to predict individually, but all at once, we absolutely ran into things that we could have predicted but didn't. Come on, here we are. Oh, and of course, yeah. I'm going to set this up so that when, because this is me trying to saying, and I want to say if do I not have scene manager here? Okay, never mind. I'll do this another time. Just making it so that I don't have to click to the old scene. That basically, if we can't find a save file, we should just return to the main screen. Basically, if I load from the wrong scene and that causes the game to bug, we should instead load from the other scene. We should load from the title screen. That way I don't have to switch back to the scene before I start playing. Lovely. I guess it makes sense to get the looter, although the looter combines with luck, and we actively want to avoid doing that. I mean, we could always consume the luck and then pick up another one. The looter's great, it picks up items for you. Okay, there's luck. And yeah, so we are trying to get as many chicken as possible because we want to, what we're doing today is getting our chicken yeah, I'm not going to explain it all again, but yeah, we want to get as many chicken as possible because we want to create an Easter egg. And the first thing I need to do is kind of figure out how easy is this to actually achieve. I probably shouldn't be doing it on the hard difficulty setting, but hey ho. How difficult is it to get this, to unlock this chicken Easter egg, and yeah, like how should we tune it? How many is a lot of chicken, basically? Rations, there we are. Okay, we're getting all the pieces of the puzzle quite quickly, which is nice. Okay, so yeah, we've got all the pieces of the puzzle. I think shield bearer is a good one. It's really just good to have one person at least who has shields, because they block big melee, big AoE attacks. Like, it's just really good to have some shields in the army. And I guess I can relax a bit. Just let the game play itself a little bit. And one of the reasons I picked Beanie here as well is I'm interested to see how her special works now that I've got her ultimate ability, which causes rain. How is that gonna go with my... Like, I just coded it so that the rain won't appear off the map, basically, along with the items that would drop. Just crowd surfing. Part of the joy of this game. On the one hand, you can sort of sit back and let your allies do it for you. On the other hand, you really want to keep them alive as much as you can, because this game really, there's a lot of momentum that builds up. If you have a big army, you'll win. If you don't have a big army, you'll just be running away and losing. My first chicken. Oh. What am I looking at? Range. Yummy chicken from my army. I'm only really able to play this laid back because we have looters. It's kind of the lazy man's pick. More luck. Just anything that gives me more chicken. Wow, the looters died before the screen even opened. Good. Okay. Ah, yeah, the chicken build. So whenever I eat a chicken, I'm going to summon 2 allies. Lovely. So I should keep getting those chickens. Nice chest. Just a grey chest, unfortunately. This should be interesting. The full chicken build. It's one of my favourite things about the game, is that chicken is a viable strategy. As you can see, I'm just doing nothing. I just have to sit here, my looters will pick up the items for me, and I just have to sit here and pick upgrades. Doesn't that sound like a treat? Okay. Should probably stick to range stuff. Let's reroll. Yeah, let's get some nice ranged abilities. Okay, now we should upgrade our stuff nice and quickly, because we filled up all of our slots. We'll make more slots again, because we'll combine some of our upgrades. So tell me, is the game too loud? Have I tuned the volume too high? Turn it down a little bit. Because I'd rather that the game is too quiet rather than too loud, because I want you to be able to hear what I'm saying. Because not that I'm saying anything incredibly important, it's just when you've got a video and you can just hear me in the background, which has happened, it's just a bit embarrassing. So yeah, this is your playstyle. If you're the type of person who played Vampire Survivors and you liked picking the old man with the garlic, it looks like something else in my opinion. But if you're the old man and you pick the garlic and you just like standing there watching the enemies come to you and just not having to press anything, then this might be the game for you. Because that is a very viable, like, you can do that in this game. Like, you have to pick for quite specific things. You have to pick this guy, the looter, to get the stuff for you. I mean, you can still stand there quite, and you have to focus on buffing your allies and, I guess, ranged attacks. And yeah, I want to get this chest. I mean, of course, it's not a big deal just to move a little bit. Oh, a blue chest. That means we get 3 things. And shield provisions is really, really good. But we don't need it as well as a shield master. So yeah, let's get the tower. Okay, this is our new spot. So the tower doesn't move, but it has a lot of HP, a shield, and a bow and arrow. And it uses up my bow and my shield bearer. And I think it's pretty cool, especially for this kind of level. And so now we've got an empty weapon slot because we've just consumed a weapon to make that. And I think a good pick would be, yeah, fireballs, since we've got some ranged. And do we pick the Lord? I'm just going to pick other things. Like, yeah, the Lord's not a terrible pick. We would lose our luck. But that's fine. I think we've eaten like 1 chicken or something. You see the shields blocked that guy doing a big attack, so we saved a lot of HP there. Okay, there's our thing. And then, yeah, let's see her special. Yeah, it seems to be staying mostly to the pitch. She summons a bunch of arrows. Get that bomb. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, now we're cooking. I was saying now we're cooking way before the kids started saying it. Rain of chicken. That's the one we're looking for. Yeah. So I was worried that her rain ability, like, we just did some code to stop it from appearing off the map. And I was worried that would make it too powerful, but actually it's not too bad. Okay, so this would be... So now we're back here. Let's get ranged. That would be chicken number 5. I don't want people to get this chicken Easter egg unless they're, like, trying to get it. Towers are doing their work here. Ooh, we're getting a bit... It's getting a bit dicey. I think I need to pick this. No, it's too far away. Okay, that's one thing we can fix very easily. So when we drop a chicken, so it's make rain. Rainmaker. The Rainmaker makes rain. No, I just left the script and came back in, but this was the easiest route. Let's do 9 then. Just because there's one that's just out of reach. Because it must be like at 10 and it's just a little bit, my character can't get it. Okay, we sort of started getting, we started losing. Let's see if we can recover now. More chicken. Let's get luck again. More chicken. Chickens are summoning units, keeping us alive. We are 11 chickens eaten. Many chicken. More chicken. Chicken is life. Okay, chance to cast a buff when I heal. That's going to be a good one, but let's just see if we could do better. Player crit, player heal 5 on player kill. So that's survivability. Let's do this. So we didn't get a synergistic artifact there. I think straight away, like, I really feel the need for more artifact rerolls. Okay. We're getting a lot of chicken. Keeping us alive. More chicken. Okay, are we making a comeback now? Are we going to win this? It looks like it. Okay, we are at 20 chickens eaten. I still think you could eat 20 chickens by accident. Save that bomb in case of an emergency. Let's get spit. Okay, this is working. I'm over the moon that it's not just working, but this is a viable build. And we had a moment there where it looked like we were going to lose. But then we made the right upgrade pick and did some nice maneuvers, and now we're winning. And look at all that chicken! Luck. More chicken. More chicken. More chicken. Give me that chicken. Aha, a chest. Lucky. Oh, a purple chest. That is lucky. There's some more chicken on the floor there. Hopefully one of my guys will get it. Yeah, I'll just rely. Okay, I'm actually having fun. It shouldn't be surprising that I'm having fun, but I have a lot of hours in this game with these characters, and I'm very keen to start playing as some other characters and factions. Okay. Yeah. Let's get all of this. So I reckon the number's going to be something like 50. So we've eaten 33 so far. Ah! Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, we're already getting magic beans. Okay, we need to make more combos. $41 chicken. We will have eaten many chicken by the end of this run. Okay, large pack of orcs. And I'm just kind of dancing a bit to try and avoid as many arrows as possible. There we are, and now we can do a special. Summon some more beans. Eat some more chicken. There's a bomb. Lucky. Ah ha ha ha! More chicken. More chicken. Chicken, keeping my army alive. And healthy. More chests, more beans. Another chest. Hopefully one of my lords will get it for me. Okay, I'm going to back up a bit. I don't have any like survivability other than the chicken. Oh my goodness. Very lucky day with the chests. Okay. I think not only am I going to get the chicken, but I think I'm going to win this run as well. Okay, let's get that. Ice beam. Very much, lots of fun, that one. $53 chicken. Okay, I think the number is going to be like 100 chicken. Because 100 means you really have, like, in addition to picking everything that gives you chicken, also gotten a little bit lucky. That's very frustrating, those ones on the edge. If you've just joined me, you'll be glad to know I've already fixed that. Ah! Melt! Melt before me! Have to be careful, I can still lose. Okay, critical heal. None of these really synergize. I don't have much crit, but if we were to get something... something to heal all allies. Oh, let's get the engineer. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, I think we're on to a winner. Chicken, chicken. 69 chicken. I mean, it doesn't have to be like that many chicken. Like, it just needs to be that, like, you will not get this unless you're, like, intentionally going for a chicken run. But that if you are going for a chicken run, you should, like, be pretty much guaranteed. Because it would be annoying to be trying to get that achievement and just not be able to do it because you weren't lucky enough. I mean, different players like different kinds of lucks. Okay, we want spear, I guess. More chicken! We are at 80 chicken. I think the number should be like 66 chicken. If you eat 66 chicken, the chicken lord comes. Okay, we are winning big time. I feel like we should have more packs of enemies spawning. Why are we getting no packs of enemies? This seems like a bug. I need to look into that. Why? Something's gone wrong here. Something has gone wrong. There should be way more enemies. I have no idea what's gone wrong here. So when we spawn pack, yeah, like I don't know why enemies don't count. I don't know why. What we should be having is like packs of enemies spawning to the side, but are they like not coming because there's too many units? Like, they're not supposed to just be coming from the stairs up there. They're supposed to be coming in big packs from the side. I wonder if I've like accidentally changed a bit of code somewhere, because it's the first time I've seen this. So like pack 2, we are at, yeah, pack 2. So as you can see, the spawn interval goes down, we add enemies to it. Oh, I think I know what could be the problem. So when we spawn a pack, we kind of check like how many units are already there, because if there are too many units there, we sort of don't spawn the pack. Okay, let's start commenting this out. so it's easier for me to navigate. So count existing enemies. And we're like determining available slots. Current enemies. We could do like a debug. Unfortunately, I can't do this like at runtime. Because it should be, and so if the current enemies yeah, I think I can see what's happening but that this has not happened before. But basically, because if we don't have, so available slots would be like how many, what is our maximum number of units minus how many units are already on the screen. And then available slots is like how many. When did I comment this out and why? I reckon that's going to be the culprit. I don't know why I commented that out. Well, that's a whole other issue. Okay, we don't want that to happen. What's the issue? Did I just comment it out because I wanted it to work at some point? Yes, because I would have made like, yeah, I think I know what it is. I would have made like max units a float rather than an int so that I could multiply it easily. So available slots is a float. And what we're saying here, cannot implicitly type. Enemies to spawn is an int. So should just not be a float then. Because it should produce a pack that, like, okay, well, that's a different bug. So this is just going to be a breeze now. Seems like a very obvious and silly bug, but honestly, I've been doing this level, I've been doing this map, and that hasn't happened. Who knows? Anyway, we are at 94 chicken. There's a pack, yeah. Yeah, that's more like it. That's what we expect to see. So, like, it's not too bad. That's maybe why I didn't notice it before, but I guess that's not right, though. I feel like because the minimum wasn't there, enemies to spawn equals math F. No, like, why? No. This is all wrong. So, I'm not even reading it properly. So, enemies to spawn is, like, between 1 and the maximum. Is that just... No, I don't think I want this either. Right, pack size, yeah. So like we vary it a little bit. Okay. That's unfortunate as well, because that's the kind of thing that's really awkward to test, to probe at. So yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, this is right. This is as intended. And yeah, we've completely lost like optimization. Performance is tanking. It is when you play it outside of Unity, it is a bit stronger. Yeah, there we go. There's another pack. Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of just like don't want to mess with this code. It just felt like for a second there. Okay, let's because now everything's working as intended, and it was only just for a little bit that it felt like there weren't any packs spawning, but now it seems fine, so I don't want to mess with it. So between 1 and enemies to spawn. Yeah, so basically if I notice that behavior again, I can look at these debugs and see if one of those is giving a number that I feel like it shouldn't. Well, we're going to see the foot soon. I think it's more fun when the foot starts stomping everyone else first, but that's fine. Okay. Alright. That was fun. It was a bit awkward at the end there, my apologies, but I have to pay attention to these things. We've got an achievement, reach high amount of damage, good. Okay. So I think our number is 66. Which is like... it's almost guaranteed to happen if you get Chicken Rain. We can tweak the number later. I mean, I probably could have just assumed we tweaked the number later, but I had no idea what even the range was that we wanted here. But okay, so... if... chicken counter is greater than 66. And it could still be on like a random chance, but yeah, let's just say if chicken counter is greater than 66, summon the Chicken Lord. And what would that look like? It would just be spawning in a character who does stuff. Okay, that works. All right. Now we need to draw the Chicken Lord. And I think this basically counts as a hero, although it will be bigger, much bigger in size, but it would still be the same resolution as a hero character. Yeah, let's do that. And yeah, it's always fun to get a bit of playtime in. Okay, time to draw a chicken. So we'll find our browse, and we want our. Okay. We don't have a specific one for heroes, do we? Unfortunately, no. Okay. Yeah, see, I think we should have a separate one for heroes. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to say special beans. This would be like one-off, kind of. We just want to keep one in there. One normal-looking bean. Actually, as long as the shape's there, it's fine. Okay, but let's keep this one. It's a normal bean. Okay. What does a chicken look like? Cartoon chicken. Yeah, that's a chicken. This is the reference I'm going to use. So first let's do the cut. So we're just going to go with the pure white. And the eyes, I want it to have like big angry eyes. Yeah, so like and a beak. And no mouth, obviously. Is that any good? I don't think that looks great. Because as I've said before, I'm not very good at drawing, but beak. No. Beak. No, of course not. Well, like an angry chicken. Looks like something else. It's really annoying that I can't color pick from a different application, but I suppose that's fine. Let's just color that in. More orange. I suck at color in general. Okay, that's better. Okay, and then we'll take. And then we need, it's like, what do you call it? Like a Mohican. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. We can do a bit of off, like shading. Like that. Just to give it a bit of shape. And the eyes. Let's just bright red. Kind of looks menacing there, but we can kind of accentuate this now. Kind of almost makes it look smiling there. Kind of menacing. Okay, I mean, yeah, that'll do. I don't want to go too far with this. And then another special bean would be like the egg. Or like little chickies. So it would come and it would have like a little army of chickies. Which is basically, that's just what every other character looks like in this game, just an egg. That's not the colour I was asking for. Piskel is very strange. Piskel is very strange indeed. But like, maybe it can be a bit more egg-shaped than... I mean, we could skip the eggs. The point is that we just want like some kind of consequence for summoning this egg and for summoning the Chicken Lord, and it would arrive. And I don't want it to be like a run killer. I don't want it to be a threat, but I want it to feel like a boss. So it should basically be a big hit sponge, low damage output. Low damage output and a lot of HP. I guess we should actually just... I should have kept an empty egg. But if we just... and it's just not very easy. Like I'd love to be able to take another Piskel file and just drag it in, but it's not that simple. Okay. Don't worry, we're not doing American white eggs. We're going to do egg-coloured eggs. That kind of looks egg-coloured. Yeah, that's egg-coloured. And are they just going to be like little eggs hopping around? Again, like just not doing very much, but I don't know. Why do I even want it to have eggs following it? I don't know. I have no idea why I wanted to have eggs following it. Ugh. It's Friday. I'm tired. Why do I want to have eggs following it? Okay, let's just skip the eggs for now. Let's just skip the eggs for now. That's fine. That's an egg. If we need it, there it is. Let's skip the egg for now. Did we get rid of this debug? We did. Okay, so when we do that, so let's make... So we want to instantiate the chicken. What would be great is to have like some music and stuff like that to accompany it, but this should be fine. So we have our... We want to make another hero prefab. I guess it counts as a hero. I don't know if this would be like a playable character. I mean, maybe that's where the eggs would come into play. But my thinking would be like, this is how you would unlock the chef character. And the chef character would have some kind of special thing where they basically... Like, the chef character would embody the chicken build, right? So we have our heroes. And one mistake I've been doing this whole project is I've not been using prefab variants. I should be using prefab variants, but I haven't been. You know what? I think it's time for me to take a 5-minute break. Yeah, it's time for me to take a 5-minute break. So I'll be back shortly. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. And then we shall add this chicken to the game. I'll be right back. I think can I pause the stream without ending it? No, I don't think I can. No, I'll just be right back. All right. Where were we? So we have made the chicken, and I was thinking about. Oh yeah, and that's why my head short-circuited a bit, because yeah, what I should have been doing is using prefab variants. I didn't really understand that system before. Instead, what I've been doing is like nested prefabs. So I kind of put any changes that apply to all characters go in here. So I think I'll just carry on like that, and it's like lesson learned for future games. So this would be chicken lord, chicken queen, chicken queen. And this, so we need to do the sprite. Oh, we haven't exported it. Characters, special beans. And so this is where we'll put all things like this. There we are. I guess the egg would have been like its weapon. But actually we can give it... We can give it the same weapon that we gave to the wolves. There we go. Okay. Color is a bit off. It's a bit kind of bluish, isn't it? Is that just a lighting issue? I think it might just be a lighting issue. Or unless there's some kind of... No, I think that's a lighting issue. Okay. That is rather odd. Why does it come off slightly blue? Okay, never mind. So there we have it. We have our chicken. Chicken queen. Chicken queen should have like 1,000 health, 10,000 health. Like we can tweak it later. Yeah, like because we do. Yeah, 1,000 should be good. How much does the level 4 knight has? 150. Yeah, so 1,000 makes sense. What about the green beans? The loot goblin. Loot goblin has 200. So I think this. I think 1,000 sort of makes sense, and it should be huge. Like, if a loot goblin is 2, this should be like very, very big. 3, 4 even. Like, I'm probably gonna make it that it only appears once and then you defeat it and that's it. And it should just have like wall claws, like not crazy damage. A good army will take it down quickly. It may interrupt your run. But yeah, that's pretty simple. Okay, where do we keep it stored? Okay, we're gonna have to move these at some point. This is not the best place to keep the hero prefabs, but let's make chicken queen prefab chicken. Let me just refresh this. Oh, do I have to? Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. And we have to pop this into the game. So I'm going at a snail's pace today because, yeah, I'm quite tired. It's been an exciting week coming back to the game, sorting everything out, kind of picking up what I had left up before. Yeah, picking up where I'd left off. And yeah, just kind of catching up and sort of starting this marketing thing. Like, it really doesn't come naturally to me. If it were up to me, I wouldn't stream at all. I wouldn't do any ads or YouTube shorts or anything. I would just develop in my little cave by myself. But alas, here, I mean, I have to do some marketing. I have to get the game out there somehow. Okay, so when we spawn enemy, do we really not have... Yeah, spawn enemy. Don't know what that comment's about. I think I've done whatever that is. So yeah, we add it to team 1 because we're spawning an enemy. So I'll make this public. And when this happens, so gm.c.enemy spawner.spawn enemy gm.c.chicken queen prefab at should we just like spawn it at 0? Let's just do spawn it at 0. And it will like chase the player. Yeah. I mean, the player might be really far away. I mean, can we... Yeah. Yeah, this is the one. If we say spawn enemy and we don't specify... a location, it gives us a random location near the player. It just spawns it as normal, so simple as that. One line of code. Yeah, I mean that should just work. I don't see why that wouldn't just work. That'll just spawn the chicken. So if that's what happens, and then chicken counter equals 0. Jam dot equals like minus. So like you're not going to make another one. And then, God, this project has gotten so messy. This is when I want to start a new one, in terms of the programmer in me just wants to start a new project. But like, hopefully, like I said, the sort of engine is there. The next things I need to do is just add characters, add heroes and stuff, and then we can fix things as we go and tidy them as needed. So we've made our chicken. What am I missing? Yeah, we instantiate the chicken. So what does the chicken do? So we'll say the chicken starts with, we need to set up its starting upgrades. So it doesn't start with sword and soldier, it starts with warg, claw, 2 of those. It does make it quite strong. Maybe just the 1 is fine. And its level, same as the loot goblin. That just tells me that's going to mean that it will drop everything that a loot goblin would drop. And then we could put in the thing that upgrades. So like when it's dead, when it's defeated, we can just put in the code like if when we're defeated, if we're the chicken lord, then unlock something. What would it unlock? I don't know. A chef character. That's how you would unlock a chef character. That's how you would just get one of the secret characters. And that works. So yeah, we stop chicken spawning off map. And we have made chicken boss. Yeah. I mean, that should just work. So we're just going to make a cheat. But that will just do the same thing. Just so we can double check that the chicken is working fine. And then for anyone who like discovers it in game, and yeah, added, and I'm just gonna put added an Easter egg if you eat too many chicken. Oh no, forgot to wait. So yeah, eventually we should make it like a separate area to store these heroes, but for now this is fine. Chicken Queen. Okay, that should do it. What's wrong? Why? But the prefab must be there because it just spawned it. Wait, it must be. Does it not have that? So it would need to have this return to pool after. But if we don't have that, if I haven't put one on, it's because I don't want one on, so it shouldn't try and do it. Don't know why this is ending up so complicated. So this Wild Claw 3. Okay, yeah, that's why. Okay, and it's too big to hit. This can happen because basically the hitbox is too large. There are ways around this, so I want it to appear that big, but actually, I mean, this is a problem with the way the hitboxes work. Like, I never really expected to have units that were like quite so large, because basically, like, characters can't get to the middle of it, right? But I think the solution is just to reduce its actual radius to be something a bit more like, so that it can actually fight, right? Because yeah, if a character's too big, I can't get close enough to hit the middle of it. Like with ranged attacks, it's fine. But it also, with its ability, it can't get close enough to me to attack me. But that works well. Yeah, I mean, that's quite fun. Like, you'll have been playing, you know you've been eating too many chickens. And then this thing appears. I think that would be fun. And then when it dies, you would get some kind of treat. Like some kind of special chest that would drop a permanent upgrade. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Awesome. Alright, we have added the chicken to the game. Yay! I'm not wasting my life. I've added a chicken to my game. Now we have chicken. Now if you eat too many chicken, this thing will appear. Chicken boss. Done. We can do more with it later. We need to figure out what happens when you actually kill it. And it would be nice to test it in an in-game environment, but there's always time for that later. It will happen. The next thing on my list is to start working on the bridge, but I think for now I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you very much for joining. If you joined, thanks for watching it after the fact. Most of you are watching it after the fact. Please leave like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you want to come and play the game, check it out. Wishlist it. That would be very much appreciated. But yeah, please let me know feedback. What am I screwing up? What could be better? What could we do? What do you want to see in the game? What crazy ideas do you want to happen? We've just added a chicken queen. Can you think of anything that would, any other fun, silly stuff like that that will, just be fun? All right, thanks very much for joining. See you soon.